Sales are dropping. Cash is running out. The team feels pressure. What do you do? How do you save your business? First things first is don't panic. Many businesses face decline. 20% sales fall off, big client leaves, struggle because of cash flow, all names of things. It's just business. It's how it works. Doesn't have to be the end. Here are 6 topics that can help you save your business. First problem. You don't know what the problem is. Often business just feels like it's failing miserably. This is common, don't worry about it. Everybody goes through the same thing. It's a day in, day out grind of running a business. But don't forget to keep in perspective. Look back where you've come from. You might find you're far better off than you were this time last year. Business declines often come from a lack of clarity. Maybe do you understand your numbers? Are you getting regular numbers? Do you know what that looks like? Where have you been? You can't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So make sure you get proper accounting done regularly. It's the most important part, the most important measure of your business. Regular accounting, showing your balance sheet and your P&L. If you don't know what the numbers mean, go and take a little quick lesson or ask your accountant. They're often more than happy to help. What are the possible causes of your business? Maybe it's declining sales. Sometimes it's obvious. You lost a big client. Sometimes it's not so obvious. Maybe a product's failed. Maybe a market's shifted. Maybe it's a slow, gradual decline in sales. But either way, what is it? Perhaps you've got unprofitable products or staff members who aren't performing well. Go through and identify that. What is that key issue in your business? Maybe as a business owner, you're too busy running in all directions to try and actually manage your business properly. Okay, maybe you're too much on the tools. Maybe you got to get out of actually doing the work a bit and get into actually looking at things strategically. What's the solution to it? Well, perhaps the first solution is be ruthless. Okay, this is your business after all, your asset, your livelihood, your baby. You've got to, you're the one who can save it. Nobody else is going to fix it for you. Now, it might mean firing clients, it might mean firing staff, it might mean cutting costs. None of which are particularly pleasant and all of which are really painful. Face up to the numbers. Maybe you should cut the unprofitable clients or cut the non-performing staff member. Focus on the core. What is that thing that's making you money? Key problem number 2 is often cash flow. Cash flow is the lifeblood of the business. And without adequate cash flow, you're going to go bust pretty quick. Maybe it's slow paying customers. If you've got 30-day terms and clients taking 45 days to pay, get on the phone, ring them up. If you've got 15-day terms or less and they're taking longer, again, get on the phone, send them an email. Either way, make sure you chase down those debtors because late paying customers, and especially if customers get the habit of paying late, is costing you a fortune. High overheads. Maybe you've just got too many costs in your business. Maybe your office needs to be cheaper. Maybe you need less chucky biscuits or a few less team days out. But sometimes just cutting costs, too many pieces of software you don't need. When was the last time you sat down and reviewed all the subscriptions your business has got? I'm absolutely massively guilty of this, right? I just love getting new bits of software and playing with them. And next, 6 months later, I'm still paying $50 a month for a piece of software I don't use. So be ruthless with those costs. Sometimes just renegotiating your terms with your suppliers is what you need to do. Okay, if suppliers are demanding payment up front, perhaps you could say to them, give you terms. 7 days, 15-day terms. Can't hurt to ask. Problem number 3, are you still in touch with your customers? Ultimately, the customers drive your business. And as your business grows, you as the owner get further and further away from those customers. So make sure you stay in touch with them. I personally like doing a lot of the work, and when we've done finished work for a deliverables for a client, I make sure I ring our clients, say, how are we doing? How's it going? Have a chat with them. Do it regularly. Even the small customers, it can't hurt. Another way of dealing with customers is getting some honest feedback. Using a third party, or in our case, we use admin staff to ring our clients and just fill out surveys. I hate getting pop-ups and surveys on my websites. Don't do that. Right? Everybody hates nobody answers the emails anymore anyway, unless they've got a massive complaint. But if you give them a phone call and say, hi, it's so-and-so from JD Scott & Co., how we're doing, they're often happy to give you some feedback. Now, that feedback might hurt, but it's really vital to your business growth. Problem number 4 is underperforming staff, and probably tied to that is low staff morale. When your business runs into trouble, your staff are going to know this, right? They're going to feel the pressure that's going on. So one of the things you can do is make sure they're looked after first, because ultimately your staff are your one asset in your business. And whether you're running a warehouse or a construction company or a chartered accounting firm, ultimately it's the staff that make the thing happen and make it work. AI is certainly not going to replace every job on the planet. And so making sure that your team are happy and productive is vital to the success of your business. One thing to do is be honest with your staff. Tell them where things are at. We have regular quarterly catch-ups on the finances, and I'm pretty open about where our numbers are at. The guys know. and the team knows. And it's useful for them because they can then adjust their behaviours to help us all succeed. And because we've got a profit share plan in place for our high-performing staff, if I benefit, they benefit, and the business all benefits together. So tying remuneration to the success of the business through like a profit share plan is a great way of incentivising your staff to outperform. Finally, get at the mindset for turning around your business. As much as it might hurt, brutal honesty is the way to go, at least as far as I'm concerned. Be relentless. Focus on the quick wins, but not forgetting that the longer-term strategy is important. Be transparent in communication with staff and clients, especially your staff. So they're going to know something's up. Just tell them what's going on. If you have to have a cultural reset from time to time, that's hard. And make sure you do it properly. The cultural reset might just mean you need people to work differently, different attitude towards things. And part of that just simply might be as simple as rewarding high performers and eliminating people who aren't there to carry on the business with you. It's ultimately your business, right? And you want it to be structured and run in a way you want it to be run. And so if staff aren't going to do that, they need to leave. Finally, financial discipline is paramount. Yes, you may have just had a large lump of cash come in, but make sure it's not all spent at once because you're going to need that in the future. Business goes up and down over time. All right, every business has success and failures. Yours doesn't have to be one of the failures, as long as you catch it in time and manage it well.